Government is considering having a third party act as an intermediary to make the process of identifying the bodies of those who perished in Hurricane Dorian a smoother process. Minister of Health, the Honorable Dr. Dwayne Sands, says all bodies recovered on Grand Bahama have been identified and turned over to family, but only 4 bodies have been identified and turned over to family members on Abaco. Approximately 50 bodies are left stored in refrigerated containers on Abaco. And while DNA testing is a factor, Sands says the identification process is further complicated because of the illegal status of some Abaco residents. Sands further commented on how long the unidentified bodies will remain on Abaco.
We have remains in New Providence that have been here in refrigerated trailers for years. So there is no absolute limit as to how long you can keep refrigerated remains. In this instance, however, at that facility, to have a trailer sitting there for an indefinite period of time is not ideal. And so what we'd like to be able to do is to be very aggressive in terms of making it safe and easy for individuals to self-identify. Bear in mind that there's a challenge that some people may be afraid to come forward if their immigration status is not ideal.
There have been 70 confirmed deaths since Hurricane Dorian, with an unconfirmed number of people still missing. The Minister of Health says DNA samples have been collected from the recovered bodies and residents that have come forward. But he says, in line with international standards, results could take anywhere from 6 to 9 months unless rapid testing is performed.
We have had a discussion about burial in a dignified fashion. We have not made much progress on that, but we will need to identify a site and identify a grid so that these bodies can be interred at the appropriate point and then exhumed if their loved ones are able to identify them so that the remains can be turned over to their families.